two, three. In the depths of silence, where echoes remain, you were the sunrise, and I was the rain. A collision of souls, opposing in flight. I was the darkness, you yearned for the light. Now you're gone, and I'm losing my mind, losing my mind, I'm losing my mind. Now you're gone. Why did you cut me up, bring me out, and leave me high and dry? You were the laughter that kept me alive. You were hello, and I was goodbye. An ember that flickered, that faded away. You were the summer, I was that same old shit in me.
Documenting my life has been the most valuable thing for my content creation journey. I think that right now is one of the best times in human history to document your life.
So, let us begin. My name is Denis, but you can call me just Denis. It's way easier for all English-speaking people to call me that way, and I'm okay with it. It is my name after all. And this is the story how I got here. What made me press record and why I'm here. There were little dots that got connected with this video from Joel, where he describes how one can actually tell their story and how much benefit it can provide for the person as well as for those who are willing to watch. I always kind of love to take pictures on my camera that I use to record now, but something about pictures is that it's just so static. It's not dynamic for me enough to enjoy looking back at it and to like reflect on the stuff that was happening in my life. So I was thinking recording a video and working with that could be way more dynamic and could tell the story of what I do than images. Provided me with a new lens that I can use to look at my life and to maybe tell my story in a different way than I did until now, or that I even tell myself. And he tied down this puzzle of what it is, provided me with a new lens, new way how to see my life I missed. Yeah, this is how it should be, but that's the script I wrote for myself. But yeah, it's really weird to talk to a camera and I don't really remember that. So I think this is gonna be way more free flow than I imagined. The problem was that I believed that, maybe even you believe, that my life was just kinda boring, you know? And that no one would want to see it, that no one would really follow it if I would share it online. A few years ago, me and my dad, we moved countries. We moved to South Africa, to Cape Town, that we are staying in now. Or actually, few people already told me why I'm not posting anything online, that they actually want to see what my life is about and how is life here, what are the differences, and overall actually see what my life is like here. The problem may be not the fact that no one would really care, or neither that my life would be necessarily boring, but the real problem is that I don't know how to tell the story right, that I don't know how to make it interesting or engaging enough even for myself. So that's something that I would like to learn through these episodes I'm gonna be making now, the storytelling, but it's not the only thing. I would also like to learn how to work with camera and create these little episodes, create this series that I would like to use to capture my own life and to show it to you if you are willing to tag along or watch this journey of mine that I would like to embark on. Because honestly, like, stories and storytelling is one of the most influential thing, is part of our lives. I don't know about yours, but at least it's one of the biggest part of my own life. The little stories I tell myself in my own head makes everything in my life, makes who I am and how my life resolves, as well as that I think that my own life is boring, which is something that I would like to work on. I would like to start writing my own narrative, my own story in this my own little journal, online journal, visual journal, something like that, where I'm gonna be the main character of this story, you know. I'm gonna create this story for myself, which gonna result in an interesting life. I'm gonna lead thanks to me taking control over my own story. So that's my theory, that's my why I'm gonna start doing these videos, because I have a theory, or not only a theory, I basically did it myself. Last year, I started to work on myself. I enjoyed myself and I decided to record my workouts, to analyze my technique, because my technique when I was working out was terrible, and that's why I busted my arm. We're gonna get back to the whole body transformation later on. It showed me that capturing your own life and then reanalyzing it and then basically becoming your own story writer, let us say, that is connecting to the video that I'm doing now. Becoming your own story writer is giving you the opportunity to reflect and see what you can change and how you can do things better. As well as what I always liked, that people, when they say something, that they want to do something or tell someone else to do something and how to do it, I think it's good to do it yourself, to show how you do it, to show it's possible, and that others can do it as well, how you did it. But I think is what I did was a mistake. My approach that time was set yourself a goal, work on it in the background, and then basically show the results. And that approach could motivate people to do the same with their lives, right? But the problem was that doesn't work. Like, this was my before and this was my after. And like, you're gonna tell yourself, oh cool, maybe like he did it, how he did it, I'm gonna use that approach. But the thing is that the real thing what happened was that people got motivated for like a week. They wanted to change their life and they want to become healthy and want to have the same results. But after a few weeks, like we usually do on New Year's, after a few weeks, people will just stop. The motivation will disappear. Things will get tough, and it kind of defeated my purpose. Like, I got my praise, I got maybe my ego boost, but really the point that I was trying to create was completely gone. Like, no one really stuck with the changes, no one really stuck with the motivation, and everyone just went back to the life that they were doing before they saw the change or tried to change themselves. So now I would like to try a new approach, different style, where I want to learn how to tell stories, right? I want to learn how to get better at storytelling. I would like to learn how to tell my story to myself and to you, whoever is gonna be joining this. I want to learn how to edit videos. I want to learn how to work with music, how to create emotion through video, how to create feelings that I myself am getting when I'm watching someone else. And I watched many other stories that made me feel something, that made me happy when I was sad, that made me motivated when I needed a little boost. So my goal is to learn this through posting these videos. But of course, I could be learning it again, making these videos to store in my hard disk, to experiment and keeping it everything for myself, and eventually just post like super cool video where it's gonna be pimped out, it's gonna have cool effects, it's gonna have amazing music, and the cut's gonna be great, and the script's gonna be perfect. But I'm not gonna do it this way anymore. I did that before, and it didn't really have the effect that I wanted to have, to not only see the result, the final goal, but I wanna enjoy the journey alongside of it, to enjoy every shoot, to enjoy every script, to enjoy the journey. Rather like to focus on the path, to show progress, rather than just the wow effect that you can get if you're gonna just post the beginning and the end of the whole journey. It's not even only for those who's gonna be joining me on this journey, but also for me, because I forget that the process is so long that if I'm not gonna be enjoying that, like, what's the point? I don't wanna be focusing on the one thing after a long time when I can enjoy the whole process, which I'm gonna be doing now. And also the amazing thing with capturing your own life is that you can look back at it and see what were you doing a year ago. Because when I look back a few years ago, my life was completely different. I didn't know how to speak English. I was living in a different country. And I have a feeling that in the next year, it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be crazy. I have plans. I know there's gonna be a lot of changes and things will get a lot different than they are now. And I'm excited about it and I wanna definitely capture it. And actually, you clicked on this video and you stayed with me listening about what I'm gonna do, how I want to change my own story. So let's talk about you. How did you get here? How did you go to this video? Why did you click and why did you stay so long? Can you drop it down to the comment below and let me know how did you got here? How did you change in the past year? Let us even make a deal. I would like to make one episode a week. I would like to post it every Saturday or maybe every other Saturday. The goal is to make a video every week. The realistic deadline is maybe every other week because I can imagine already now what I'm doing. It's a process. It's a process to create an episode, even simple one like this that I'm doing now. So the goal is every week, maximum every other week. And to stay consistent, I believe would be great to have an accountability buddy, right? And you are already here watching this video. So what if you would become accountability buddies to each other? Put down to the comments one thing that you would like to try yourself, that you would like to learn, that you would like to work on, that there's something that you have in your head for a long time, that you are preparing yourself to try or to do, but you never did because there was never a perfect time to do so. Put down there the smallest step, small step, some little piece that you will do this week until next Saturday, until next episode will come out. Put down the goal that where would you like it to be in a year, and smallest step you can take to start that you will do until next Saturday, until the next episode will come out. I want to see what you're gonna work on as well, and every episode I'm gonna publish. Let us make a deal that you're gonna come back to it and you're gonna write down to the comments what did you did this week and see what I did this week as well. What's gonna be the next episode? What other story I'm gonna tell of my life? And then after a year, let us come back to this episode in a year. We can reflect. For me, I'm gonna see it as I see now. And then for you, you're gonna see the comment where you started and how closer we got to the actual goal that we wanted to achieve. There is actually even a little system we can develop, If you're gonna press the subscribe button and the little notification bell, every time when I'm gonna post an episode, you're gonna get a reminder and you're gonna know that that's the day where you should pop back down to the comments to let me know about what step did you took from the past episode and what's the next step that you will take until the next one. What were the problems that you overcame? What were the feelings that you had and how does it feel now? What is the next small step that you can take to get even a little closer to the goal? And don't forget to enjoy the journey as much as I'm gonna do now. And if you're already down there pressing the subscribe and notification bell icon, you can maybe even press like button so this video can get higher up on the algorithms, I guess. That's what always everybody says. And maybe some more people's gonna see it and gonna enjoy the path alongside of us. I'm gonna be releasing the episode, so of course you're gonna get the reminder to come back, but what is there for me? Well, downstairs in the description box below, there's gonna be my Instagram account. You can pop there, you can send me hi, send me a DM. If there is gonna be a chance, maybe there is a chance of that happening. If I'm not gonna post the episode for that week, you can come back to the DM, send me a message. It's time to get back on track. We have a goal here and we are working towards, and you want to share your progress with me, So if there is gonna be some delay, hit me up and I will give you explanation, or at least a deadline when the video is gonna be posted and what's happening. In the description is also a TikTok account. I know that everyone is doing TikToks these days, but I never really got hooked on the app. So you can follow me there as well. I'm not completely sure what I'm gonna do with that app so far. Send me a message there with some idea that I could use that thing for. Is it weird that I'm so excited to be so bad at something? Like, I know already that there is gonna be so much mistakes that I do while creating this video. I already see on the shots that the work with the light is a bit all over the place. I can imagine that the sound's gonna be a bit rough because there is a little bit of an echo in the room, but it still brings me excitement that I'm doing this. I'm gonna be grateful for this video one day in the year. When we're gonna come back to it and I'm gonna see this, I think it's gonna be a really nice contrast with what is gonna happen in a year, you know. It's gonna be fun and I'm excited to do this. Like, we are both in the beginning of the new thing we're gonna start, so we need to accept that it's not gonna be perfect in the beginning. It's maybe never gonna be perfect, but it's amazing to start to try to do something right. It's way better to do that rather than just eventually regret that we never started it, the one thing that we wanted to do. So the challenge is clear, right? It's gonna be one episode every week for a year. And then next year on 18th of June, we're gonna come back to this video and we're gonna see all the progress that we made in the year with all the little steps that we did every week, right? Like, I'm gonna see literally the video of myself struggling to create this first episode, to play with the light, to play with the sound, to play with the angles. I'm trying to move the camera around to create angles. I don't know if you noticed. And as well as for you, I'm excited to see in the comments below. You can actually comment on your own comment that you put here today, or technically a year ago, if you're watching this already in the year, you know, and see what progress that you did with your life and with the skill you wanted to do. Like, let us set the year, because things will get tough. Till things will be even worse than now. Now we are motivated and we are hyped to do the thing, but things will get really hard. And let us use the consistency as the stepping stone for both of us to stick with the skill that we wanna develop. And in a year, let us give us a year, because in a year we can tell ourselves, is it something that I still want to pursue, or is it just a test that I tried and I want to invest my time into something else? I think a year is a reasonable time frame when we can see if the thing we want to try to do is something that we actually want to do, or if we want to do something else. So yeah, this is the first episode of my story that I'm gonna write myself, and where I'm gonna choose the narrative of how it's gonna go. I'm just becoming the main character of my own story, of my own life, that I'm writing myself of this series. And each episode you're gonna see what I'm gonna do with it. And each episode I hope I'm gonna see you downstairs in the comments what you are doing yourself with it, with your own life, with your own series. Honestly, what better day start this whole journey? Like, it's super cold outside, I'm having 2 hoodies, I'm having 2 pants on myself, 2 socks. My glasses are broken, the light is up and down all the time. The mic, I don't even have a mic, I use my phone to record the audio. That's the perfect beginning, because we are not waiting, or I am not waiting for the perfect moment, and I hope you're not gonna wait for it too. We're gonna use the consistency to actually create something that we can look back on. We're not gonna wait for the perfect moment, because if we would, we're gonna lose so much time just waiting, doing something and feeling bad about ourselves that we don't do the thing that we want to do actually. So yeah, let us just do it. There is no perfect moment, let us just start. For me, it's pressing the record button and then editing the video, because that's gonna be rough as well. I'm gonna see what you're gonna do, what's gonna be the first step of yours, and I hope you're gonna do it, and that I'm gonna see next week how did it go for you. And yeah, that is it for me. Thanks for hanging out with me this episode. This is the introduction to this whole journey. Write down to the comments all what we said this video, and see you in the next episode, next Saturday. I hope it's gonna be released on Saturdays. And yeah, see you in the next one. See ya.